My name is Patrick Wakida. I am a PhD. I normally emphasize that because one time I had a chat with my friend, the former Prime Minister, we call him Jepa. He said they were in Nairobi together with Zimbabwe. And for him, they used to call him Dr. Kariabula. So as they had their dinner, they went back to their apartments, and then there was a pregnant woman. So the woman needed support from these doctors. Dr. Kariabula was named because of eating millet. But the woman assumed, these people assumed, this was a medical doctor. So I have learned to be very clear. Please don't have a problem and come to me, unless if the problem is that one of an economic nature. That's very clear. Professor Masala, I was not as happy as seeing the Honorable Minister arrive here than how I was seeing you here. Together with Mseno, I think we cut from one umbilical cord. And at every moment, she tells me what she was going through. But congratulations, my sister. When they announced Mseno on a list, let me tell you what I did. I immediately called her. She picked my phone immediately. And this is what she told me. She said, "What about my children? How am I going to leave them at least here?" That was the first statement. This is the nature of a person who nurtures others into something. If you went to that ministry, you will find young people who have been given skills, guided on what to do, and they have delivered something. I want to congratulate you for leaving the legacy. Immediately she went off the phone. I called somebody, I will not mention their name. And I said, "Have you heard?" He said, "What?" He said, "Honorable Mseno has been appointed the Minister of Energy." And he said, "So you called to tell me that?" That tells you that while others will be celebrating, there will be those who are saying, "Why did God give that one?" I heard the priest here say, everything has got its own time. And God gives you his two hands and gives it all without holding back. You are the first cabinet minister in that sub-region, in Bukedi, to hold. And you are the first cabinet minister to take a service delivery ministry. It's not by mistake. You have a responsibility, one, to understand the community through which we come from. I have always told people, the power distribution at that permanent sector in my region, Bukedi, is 7%, majority of which is in the urban areas. 7% against 67%, 62% national. Now we have you. I have taught economics. I have delivered papers on the tenfold growth strategy. But let me tell you, none of those can propel itself without the enhancer called energy. We have identified 4 sectors that are going to drive us to that stage which you call in economics the takeoff stage. That is a dangerous stage. It's a stage when power should never get off. It's a stage when the engine must remain on. It's the 3rd stage when the plane is in the space like this. It has been lit. It's going. That's the stage the president is talking about every day. For us in economics, we have 5 stages developed by one of the great economists. We have the traditional society, where we in 1986, we have a precondition to take off. That point when the plane has already been started and it's in the space, any danger, it can come down. Industrialization. We need power. You know that. Manufacturing, which we are talking about, we need energy. Even consumption, we need energy. I am here and I'm happy talking to the PS. I can bet when your budget comes, I will review it, I will support it passionately in the parliament. Because we've defined energy as an enabler to that stage, the 3rd stage, where the president has told us, and when we look at the characteristics, we are actually in the 3rd stage of economic development. Power. We are now going to have oil. I had the oil guys here. We need to get ready, and I am happy. Like I've always said, I will always be there and make my contribution if it's going to better this country for the good of everybody. The younger people from STI, it's only when your father has left you that you know you've grown. You now have the chance to define that you have learned everything. One day my mother separated with my father after a quarrel. It's that time that I showed my father that we can cook food, we can wash plates, we can clean the saucepans. And at our time, we even it is that time. She's gone, by the way. She's not coming back in that ministry. But you can always only consult the people from the table. When the president came there on that function, I remember something he said, and I want to remind you. He said, you produced a very brilliant person. I remember that statement. Then he said that the very people you want to pull your own down. I remember that statement. The people who tell you are now representing the whole of that sub-region with Honorable Senator. We have a number of us as members of parliament. From Palisa, there are about 4. Kibuku, there are we are 3. Butemu, you are 2. Budaka, there are 3. The president choose an ex-official to represent all of us. Don't pull her down. For those who are here in me from Butemu, I hope this time imwambo nanga anyizireyo mumanyi tokumbona nenyingira omotoka batowewa Musenero. I am coming because we want to deliver a service. Honorable Musenero, I'm going to give you a list of sub-counties without power. We want them also to have electricity. Our generate in the places, because you're a great woman, a technical person. I sat with the PS and I was telling her, you have just gotten another staff, not a politician. I have told the same to the president. I have told this to everybody. I've never seen a minister who at 2 o'clock she sends you a message, says, I am still working. What are you working on? But she does that. With those few words. Indeed, I want you to join me in appreciating what God has done to give us that soul, the Honorable Minister.